Oh boy, it's definitely been another one of them days. Oh, good heck, For some reason, just one little part of my home network didn't want to connect. And it just happened to be the one with the gaming computer on it. So, well, so we're playing on the Switch, but the streaming computer is the same as the gaming computer, and back. Anyway, we were continuing with Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies. We're just about to get some testimony from Ted Tennate. Apparently, the truth. Yeah, alright, we've fudged it. Okay. It is true that Detective Army wrote my ID number. She very plainly wrote L10015R. I was shocked. But I did not detonate the bomb. Detective Army must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad. I see. So it is your assertion that you merely moved the body, is that it? That is correct. I did not kill Detective Army. Oh, well, if that's all you did, then... wait a minute. That in and of itself is a criminal act. Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor. Very well, then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright. The truth. It is true that Detective Army wrote my ID number.
Hold it!
So you admit that you actually did see the bloody writing that Detective Arm left? My bad, I should have said so from the outset. And you're sure it was your ID number? I am sure. It was definitely my ID number. That number was assigned exclusively to me by the police department. The number is assigned to my goggles as well. So those funky things were provided by the police department? Although these are special goggles customized by me personally.
Speaking of personalized, these sunglasses of mine were custom-made as well. They were specially created to be particularly dark and shiny.
Speaking of special, my gavel is made of mahogany and was custom-made as well. It was specially created to make a particularly loud and resounding sound. Wish I had something to brag about. Be all of that as it may, I just want to reconfirm you saw the bloody writing clearly. And that it was your ID number. That is correct. My ID number was written in blood on the floor. She very plainly wrote L1015R. I guess that's 10,015R. I was shocked.
Hold it!
L115R? It was written after the bomb went off in the courtroom? Correct. I didn't know why she would write it, so that sent me into a panic. Sounds like you were in quite a tizzy. If I were in his shoes, I guess it would have sagged me out too. I can't imagine coming across a message sags written in blood.
If I saw gasp in pain written in blood, it'd certainly make me gasp. Rest assured, Mr. Tennate, I understand how you must have felt.
And so you discovered your ID number written in blood at the scene, and... That is right. I saw it with my own eyes. It very clearly said L10,015R. But I did not detonate the bomb.
Hold it!
Didn't you? The victim may have had special knowledge of who the bomber was. I have no idea what thoughts Detective Army may have had inside her head. It's not like I ever dismantled her mind to check.
Mr. Wright, if you have suspicions about the witness, let's see your proof. Evidence is everything in a court of law. Even the school children know that. How many years have you been a defense attorney now?
Cut me some slack, will you?
Don't feel bad, boss. You just got your attorney's badge back, after all. In that sense, you're still more of a beginner than I am.
I suppose I should be thankful you're not a licensed psychologist. Mr. Tonight, please continue with your testimony. With pleasure. My ID number was left at the scene, but Detective Army must have mistaken me for the real bomber.
Hold it!
By mistaken, do you mean you had nothing to do with the explosion? That is correct. That is why I was so shocked when I saw my ID number.
The victim may have suspected Mr. Tennate for no other reason than the fact that, as the bomb specialist, he was in charge of the bomb. In other words, a false accusation. It's vocational discrimination, I say.
I do not support discrimination of any kind.
Well spoken, Your Honor. If the victim had been found to be killed with a gavel, Mr. Bluesuit over there would probably have pinned the crime on you.
He would? Well, that just wouldn't do. Mr. Wright, if you dare to try to pin anything on me, I will find you in contempt of court. But I've never even tried to harm a hair on a strand of your beard, Your Honor. Well said, Mr. Payne. Because I am so closely associated with bombs. I was afraid I would be prosecuted if anyone saw the bloody writing. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
Hold it!
You didn't think to clean away the bloody writing? I didn't have time. By the time I found the message, the blood was already dry. The police were waiting just outside for me to secure the room. And I still had to move the body. I was in a panic. With no time to spare, I temporarily covered the writing with my case. Didn't you think the police would find it during their investigation? Regulation stipulates only specialists may touch transport cases. Because of the danger, you see. I thought I would clean up the writing once they were finished. My bad. Not bad. Does he really think they'll just magically smooth everything over? This guy is something else. And I don't believe Detective Arm's dying message was just some mistake. He won't wriggle out of this that easily. What did Mr. Tennate see when he first discovered the bloody writing? There has to be a contradiction hidden in his testimony somewhere. Okay, so let us hunt contradictions. Okay, Army wrote the ID number. Well, she very plainly wrote L100 15R. You were shocked. Do not detonate the bomb. How do we know? Do I have any way to contradict that? It was stolen just before the blast. It is missing. Must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Who else is going to be the real bomber? Why did you move the body and cover the writing? Why did you move the body? Like... Also, that's interesting. If you move the body, why is there blood on the top of the rock. So that's a different shenanigan. Can I show this? Will it understand if I try to show that? I'm so doomed as far as my game health goes. Okay, let's give it a shot. Well... No... Okay. There's also the fact that he did eventually add more to the writing, and that's not mentioned anywhere in this, which is shenanigans. Like, trauma to back of head. Wow. So there's another thing. What actually did hit her? Like, where is the actual rubble that hit her? Or was it even rubble? Did she get hit by something else? Oh no. Was she maybe not even... Oh no. I don't know. Okay, so we have the bomb, which could be hidden. Wait, the bomb was hidden. Why would she mistake anyone for the bomber? Okay, so Detective wrote the ID number. Very plainly. It shocked you. Why would it shock you? Well, you're saying that you didn't do it, so it shocks you because... But you did not detonate the bomb. How do you know you didn't detonate the bomb? If it's on like some kind of wireless signal, maybe you butt dialed the bomb and set it off? But nobody has any way of knowing who the bomb was, or who the bomber was, right? Because the thing was remotely detonated. Move the body and cover the right.
Hold it!
Oh, I didn't mean to... That was the wrong button. I have time. Okay, so they're giving a hint. I believe Detective's armory's dying message was some mistake. What did he see when he first discovered the bloody writing? Okay. When he first discovered the bloody writing... Hi, Dogai. Okay, so he came in here. She was apparently already dead, but had written this. He did detonate the bomb, sure. She must have mistaken him for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, you moved the body and covered the writing. Okay, was it very plain? That's a good question. Wait. So it wasn't. Wait. Okay. So we've observed already that the R is broken. This was not plainly written. This happened after the ground broke. That whatever was written there, the R, was written before everything blew up. So what the heck? No, really, what the heck? I'm gonna try showing this. I don't think it's gonna like it, but that's my objection. She did not.
Objection!
I just want to make doubly sure that L115R is really what you saw written in blood. Yes, it very clearly said L10015R. But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
Objection!
What on earth are you babbling about now? Wasn't it you who claimed that the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place?
Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now tell me, does it really say L10015R? Oh. Something is missing, isn't it? And that something is the final R. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Tennate? Oh, right. Now I remember. There was no R on the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad. Come back, my beautiful contradiction. Mr. Rad, I'm not so sure it was just a simple slip of the finger. You have something for me, Athena? I say he's extremely agitated, almost panicked. You sense that, do you? He does look pretty flustered. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake. I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? What about that R? Did Mr. Tennate really see it? He actually saw it. It would have been there, and then something else happened. Maybe Mr. Tennate really did see the R. But there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Now that I take another good look at the photo, I think maybe... That's it! What is it now, Mr. Ra? Are you trying to imitate Apollo in his gorgeous steel? I've got it! So that's what happened. A slip of the finger. Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. I propose that Mr. Tennate really did see the letter R. But the photo clearly shows that there is no R. No, Your Honor. Actually, just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. Tennate actually could have seen the R. If you're going to make that claim, then you better be able to point out what you mean. What part of the photo shows that Mr. Tennate could have seen the R? The remnant of it.
Take that!
Please look here to the right of the 5. Do you see a little bit of red? Oh, I see it. Just on the edge of where the floor is broken up. That's the R that Mr. Tennate saw.
Objection!
It's true that the witness wears some very, very odd goggles, but that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part of that little smudge looks like an R to you?
Objection!
But what Mr. Donate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole and complete R written there. Before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Oh, well, that explains... Huh? Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed everything happened in the exact opposite order. Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, when was the message written? Before the explosion. With the bloody message running off the edge of the damaged floor like that, we can only conclude that it was written before the explosion.
But that's ridiculous.
If that were true, it overturns your own premise. That's right. It does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred. Order! Order in the court!
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten that the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
Objection!
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. Her body was subsequently placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way, it could be made to look like she was a victim of the blast.
What?
It sounds like we had better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial?
Let's see. According to the police report... here it is. One person saw the victim before the trial. And that person was... Tonight. Wait, what?
No one besides Mr. Ternate saw the victim.
That appears to be the case, Your Honor.
I would now ask the court to recall something. Specifically, Mr. Ternate's words from yesterday. It was when Detective Army and I were transporting the bomb. Oh. Oh my. Mr. Ternate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together at the scene of the crime, courtroom number 4. Yes. Your Honor, the defense requests new testimony from Mr. Ternate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial. Mr. Ternate, your testimony, please. My testimony? There is no need for... What's happened? He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. You must have hit the nail on the head. All I did was transport the bomb to the courtroom. I already just told you. Blast this thing. I was only in a courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear I was only transporting the bomb there.
Objection!
You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Objection!
Do you always leave yourself so open to attacks, Mr. Wright?
What now, Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Ternate may have had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm, but an important piece of your assertion is missing.
What important piece?
The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
Mr. Payne has a point. Even if Mr. Ternate had the chance, without a weapon, we can't accuse him of the crime.
Well, Mr. Ternate?
Oh, yes, that's right. I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. I couldn't possibly have killed Detective Arm. Did he really have nothing he could use as a murder weapon? What is it, Athena? Just looking over the victim's autopsy report. I'm hoping there's something in here that can point us in the right direction. He said it was a flat object. Well, it does say that she died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object. Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury? All you'd need is a flat surface, right? A heavy, blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon. Oh, good heck! Did you bludgeon her with the bomb and then explode the bomb to destroy the evidence? Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what was used to kill Detective Arm? I believe I can. Believe being the key word here. You can? Then please do so now. What did Mr. Tennate have that could have been used as the murder weapon? The bomb.
Take that!
Mr. Tennate, you say you didn't have anything that could be used as a weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing. What? What the devil are you talking about? You had this? That's the bomb. I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast. The bomb blast? No. But I believe Candace Arm was killed with this bomb. Because this is the blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to back of head caused by impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. But a blow from any flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. What's with him? Then show me some proof. Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb? He's right. I don't have anything decisive. Did you find any of the victim's blood on the bomb? That would be decisive proof. But too bad. The bomb is blown to bits. It's long gone. Boom! Game over. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the music sound effect. Mr. Wright, is there really nothing on the bomb in the photo? Oh, it's cracked. I don't see any blood or anything. Wait, the timer displays a little broken here. Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective Arm's head. Well, that's definitely a distinct possibility. But unless we find a fragment with the victim's blood on it, it's not going to count. I guess you're right. By setting off the bomb, Tennate managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? At times like this, I've got to change gears and look at things in a different way. Instead of looking for the things he wasn't able to hide, I should be looking for a way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tennate murdered Detective Arm before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. Which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. The body? And I think I have just the thing. Time to present the photo that shows exactly what Mr. Tennate had to hide. Oh wait, the bomb, the switch timer, right? The thing that was missing? Probably.
Take that!
Your Honor, please take a look at this. The fact that Mr. Tenate hid this makes it decisive evidence for my case. I'm not sure I really understand what you mean by that, Mr. Wright.
I'm not sure either, Your Honor.
Me either. Here's a penalty to inspire you to make more comprehensible assertions in the future. No! Well, that was a spectacular belly flop. Talk about spectacular bellies, huh? Alright. Before we make any horrible further mistakes. But I can't back down now. I'd better reconsider what Mr. Tenate could have hidden. Ted Tenate murdered Detective Arm before the trial started. Then he placed her body in the courtroom after the bomb went off. Which means there was some... Okay, so then her body, which is what I said in the first place. The picture... Yeah, the picture of her?
Take that!
Come on. Your Honor, there's something we've all been overlooking. If the murder took place before the trial, then Mr. Tenate would have had to hide the body somewhere during the trial. You're right. And if we can figure out where that hiding place was, perhaps in a large bomb crate. Exactly. We might be able to find some evidence we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tenate have hidden the body during the trial? Yeah. No one else is allowed to touch it.
Take that!
Wait, a box big enough for a body? A box that was in the courtroom the whole time? A box nobody would touch if they thought there was a bomb in it. Mr. Tenate! What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me? No, you're the one who's going to show it to me. Come again. You heard me. Now, show me what's inside that bomb transport case. What? Why? No, there's no need. I've got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object, and then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the bomb went off. Clearly, you were trying to make it look like she died in the explosion. But where was the body hidden during the trial? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. The answer is right here. Inside a box made of thick alloy plating that can withstand any impact. No, that's completely false. If it's false, you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So, let's open it up and take a look inside, shall we? Hold it. Oh dear. Let's not. Not if you value your life. What's he up to now? Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes. What? Huh? I repeat, this XX-3000 will detonate in 5 minutes. What's going on? Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off. But, Mr. Tenate, are you threatening me? I am the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me.
But Mr. Tenate, didn't you say that's just a training model? A fake to practice on?
I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HX-3000. But the HX-3000 was used to blow up courtroom number 4, wasn't it? How do you know it was the real HX-3000 that blew up courtroom number 4? Huh? The bomb that blew up the courtroom was a different one that I made. What? Then, are we to take that as a confession on your part? Take it any way you would like. Just before the trial, I took the HA-3000 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed quarter number 4.
Mr. Tennant, please be reasonable. Do you really expect us to believe a crazy story like that?
The HH-3000, it is so unique, I had never seen anything like it. It is so unique that I could not replicate the detonation mechanism. So I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it really was the HH-3000 in there? So he's literally got the murder weapon there on the stand with him? Or did he hit him with the other bomb that was actually in there? I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal check.
So there really is a possibility that the bomb was switched out?
No, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it.
So he's had a real bomb with him this whole time?
You had better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time. You'd think the audience would be fleeing in terror. Order in the court. I'm out of here.
He's gonna blow! Run!
Yeah, okay, there they go. You four are still here. Well, aren't you brave? It just wouldn't do for the judge presiding over this court to run. You ran last time. But that horrible explosion the other day. The judge looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. As for Mr. Payne...
Denny's.
And he's off. Mr. Rad, what do we do? It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it? But the bomb really might go off. Only 3 more minutes, folks. Is that bomb really the HH-3000? What should I do? Run like a yellow-bellied chicken. Stand my ground. That bomb's counter, his clock is unbroken. I can't run now. Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear HH-3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Farewell.
Hold it!
You're not going anywhere, Ted-to-Nate. Oh. Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. That bomb is a fake. Are you sure, Mr. Wright? More of your famous bluffing. Even at the risk of your own life. Mr. Wright, none of your bluffing now. Not at a time like this. Lives are on the line. I'm not bluffing, and I have proof. You do? Yes, of course, Your Honor. It's right here in the photo of the bomb, clear as day. Proof that Mr. Tennant's bomb is not the real HH-3000. Really? Out with it then, immediately. Where's the proof that what Mr. Tennant is holding is not the real HX-3000? The timer would have been broken.
Take that!
The display for the timer on the bomb in the photo is broken. Most likely it broke when Mr. Tennant used the bomb to attack Detective Harm. But the display on the bomb in front of us is not broken. Oh, you're right. Therefore, this is not the real HH-3000. Mr. Tennant was clearly lying when he said he switched out the bomb in the stuffed animal. The real HH-3000 blew up in courtroom number 4. This bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes. Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine the inside of the bomb transport case myself. Yes, please do that, Mr. Wright. No, stop! What is that? Is that a blood stain? Just as I expected. Your lies have all been blown to bits, Mr. Ternate. I'm confident DNA analysis on this bloodstain will confirm that it's Detective Arm's blood. And that those results will conclusively prove that you murdered Detective Arm. How about it, Mr. Ternate? Think you can dismantle this decisive evidence? Dismantle it? You're too late. You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time. This SX-3000 is about to explode. Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Ternate. I've already proved that your bomb is a fake. No, see, you've already proved that it's not the bomb from yesterday. There's no reason it can't be a second bomb. Hydrate. Yeah, I could do that too. All right. Thank you, Doge. All right. We've got to finish this scene. Or maybe the whole thing and then switch games. Heck. But anyway. I've already proved that your bomb is a fake. It's real. This bomb is a real thing, I tell you. It's real. Mad Bomber, party of one. There's no time left. It's gonna blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take apart evidence. I can take apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle. I'm not gonna make it. Only one thing left to do. Stop. Okay. Made it. I wouldn't keep wearing those. Well. Game over. Dismantle attempt failed. Oh dear. His eyes look like little bombs. It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs I disarmed on the black market. When I tried to take this one, she just had to notice, didn't she? She confronted me in courtroom number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It's all her fault. While I was looking for a place to hide her body, she left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up, and now all this. I thought for sure I could disguise her death with an explosion. Then that stupid defense attorney started sticking his nose into my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to courtroom number 4 and I found that kid all up in my bomb transport case. That's when I snuck up behind him and when the idiot police arrested that little girl, I thought for sure I could pin it all on her. Why? Oh, why? Ternate, you're hereby under arrest on suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault on Mr. Justice. Your innocence or guilt will be determined at a later trial. Now then, I see that members of the public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to still be running far, far away. Be that as it may, I will now announce Ms. Juniper Woods' verdict. Not guilty. Court is adjourned. Whew. December 18, 12:31 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 5.
You did it, boss. Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow. So many mysteries cleared up all at once. It was amazing. It just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? But that's not the kind of thing that usually just works out. You made it happen. And the way that mean old prosecutor hightailed us out of here, that was great. Mr. Wright, Thena, thank you for everything you did for me. I'm so happy for you, Junie. Now you can back home to the forest in peace. I hope the both of you will come and visit me there sometime. That would be nice. Thank you for the invitation. I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not so sure you can make it all the way up to Junie's house. How high do you live again, Junie? Around 3,000 feet, I think. What? That's no forest, that's a mountain. But you know, boss, there's something that still bothers me about the case. One little mystery we never got around to solving. Oh, that? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Is this the unsolved mystery you're thinking of? The missing switch? It's the only one we haven't actually figured out.
Take that!
I don't know. The remote switch, right?
Yeah, I wonder where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Tonight just got rid of it somewhere. Yeah, it is a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Well, let's leave it up to the police to find. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict. I guess you're right.
See, that's real big Chekhov's gun energy. Because, like, look at this. The real great bomb dismantling guy went out of his way to say he wasn't able to replicate the mechanism. Just saying. That makes it a unique item.
I guess you're right. Hey, I know. Junie, shall we go report the good news? You know, that certain someone. Okay.
Her grandmother?
No, silly. To Apollo.
Oh, right. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him?
Great idea. I bet he's bored out of his mind. Okay.
And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close. But the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office, that's for sure. Apollo Justice, Athena Sykes, and me, Phoenix Wright. Between the three of us, there's no case we can't solve. When our powers combine, we're an unstoppable team. At least, that's what I believed. Dun, dun, dun. But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Date. Time. Write anything, agency.
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why? I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
Why don't they just let people in here?
Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
What happened to you, Apollo? Ever since you put that jacket on, you changed. And now, for whatever reason, all my mind keeps doing is return to the day I first met you. We tackled our first case together, he and I, this past spring. And as we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very peculiar case, one in which the victim was killed by a mythical creature. But now the story can be told. End. All right. Whew. Save your current progress? Yes. Okay. The monstrous turnabout. Oh my.